It's the all-new Sports Visions with Dale Williams and DJ Jones, your hometown sports guys. Two damn good dogs.
Welcome to the all-new Sports Visions. I'm DJ Jones alongside my good friend Dale Williams. How are you?
What's up, player?
Hey, man, it's football season. Hey. It's October, and it's time to get down.
It's time to get down, DJ. Our Oktoberfest, we got football going on. You got baseball playoffs going on, and basketball is right around the corner. Hey, man, great place to be.
Absolutely. You know what? We're over three-quarters of the way through high school football, and, of course, we're at the halfway point for college football and just about a third of the way through pro football. But all of that coming up in just a little bit. We're going to have opportunity to talk local high school with the Central Red Devils. We have opportunity to talk about some of the SEC favorites, and, of course, 3 of those teams are in the top 12 in the AP polls, and the Atlanta Falcons will tell you how they fared this past week. All that and more coming up next on Sports Visions.
Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
Welcome back to Sports Vision. Dale, high school football season is getting into the grind of the latter part of the seasons. But, you know, we had an opportunity to go and see one of the better teams in the state of Alabama. Number 1 ranked Central Red Devils in Class 7A. Coach Jamie DuBose and his Central Red Devils have been making a lot of noise and drawing a lot of attention.
Been drawing a lot of attention, DJ, ever since Jamie DuBose made the transfer over here, man. I mean, he's done a great job. I think really when you look at Central, not only do they have a great players, they have a great program. I mean, to be able to see their program up front, see all 100-plus kids dressed out, you know, you got the big Jumbotron at the game and a sold-out crowd.
Absolutely. Got to be very impressed with, of course, the following that the Central Red Devils have and always had. But when you talk about the Central Red Devils, there's one in particular player, although they have a lot of great players. Justin Ross, the number 1 player in the state of Alabama, 5-star recruit. Everybody in the southeast, everybody in the northeast, everybody out west, they want this kid, and I know why.
Yeah, he's a big-time player, DJ. I think, he touched the ball one time in the first half of the game, scored the touchdown. That was big in itself, but they got to find other ways to get this guy to football. I mean, he's already made his top 5 picks of where he wants to go, from Florida State to Clemson to Alabama. I mean, where does he really want to go and where he might end up, we don't know right now.
Absolutely, but perfect size, 6'4", 210 pounds, 4'4", Of course, had the opportunity over the summer to go out to the the Nike Elite Camp, right, and just played lights out there and earned the respect of the national scouts. And, he's not getting the ball as much as we'd like him to, but I know Coach DuBose has a plan. I know that he did catch the 1 touchdown in the first half, but in the second half he did return a punt, 54-yarder. So, you know what, the sky's the limit for that young man.
That's right. They're creating ways to get him the ball, via, a punt returner or, kickoff returner, getting him some hitches, getting him some easy passes to catch, because everybody's going to double this guy, and he's not going to sneak up on anybody.
Absolutely. Had a chance to see him play against arch rival Opelika on last Friday night, and you know what, the stadium was full and excited. But more importantly, what Coach DuBose has done, and he 2 years ago he was our Sports Visions Coach of the Year.
That's right.
And he's been here now about 4 years, and again, he has not been a disappointment to anybody.
He's not. Really, they have a great coach and Coach DuBose. I mean, people over in
thank you very much.
Program are elated to have him. The program has gotten better and better. Not that he inherited a program in shambles, really. Central always have a good football program. They got all the players. They got one school in town. They got the kids been playing together since they were in Pop Warner, through middle school, through high school. They're going to be good for years to come. And to dress out 100-plus people on the sideline, DJ, they got a great booster club. You can't roll in high school if you don't have a good booster club. So you can see all the fruition of all the seeds and all the hard work that they've been done over there.
With that said, we'd like to also take the opportunity to talk a little bit about our high school football awards luncheon this year. Of course, it's our 10th anniversary, and
that's right,
none other than the great coach Dabo Swinney from the Clemson Tigers coming in off of a national championship Coach of the Year last season. And, to have him come in, Dale, and to do something on behalf of Sports Visions is just a tremendous thing that we think that's for our coaches and our players, because we know how much it meant to us.
It means a lot to us. And then, even with Dabo, he has no question about, hey, I want to be there. And, be able to show off all these guys, 50-plus players, the top players in Georgia and the state of Alabama on one day, along with their coaches. That's big in itself. And this is a great opportunity for the coach to come down and talk and do motivational speaking to all these kids.
Save the date, Wednesday, December 13th, 11:30 at St. Luke Ministry Center. Give us a call, 706-681-1136, or call Dale at 706-681-5192. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back after this.
Hello, everybody. This is James Starworth and Terry Bell. Get off the couch.
Get off the couch. That's you, James. That's it.
Got to get off the couch.
He walks in now. He's the get off the couch guy. Columbus is a Nissan town, and you're get off the couch.
Okay, first of all, this is a little different. This is the Sports Vision 5 pick of the week.
5 picks of the week. Are we picking football teams or are we picking cars?
We're picking cars. We're picking what the people in Columbus need, new vehicles. We're going to start with this 2017 Pathfinder. We got that. We got a 2017 Rogue.
Well, the Rogue, hold on, that's the #1 selling SUV in America, James.
Yeah,
you got to get that in. You got to plug that a little bit, James. I know you're talking about get off the couch.
Get off the couch. That's the #1 vehicle. The next one we got is 2017 Nissan Maxima. 300 horsepower, 30 miles per gallon.
Yep, you got that right. And then the Ultima.
We got the Ultima 2017. We got the SR, the S, and the SV. They're awesome. You got to come out here. We got the Sentra and the Versa.
So to pick 5 now, James, I could tell people looking here, they're going to do one thing. They're going to see all these look like the Alabama colors. You're going to have some Auburn fans, or Georgia, I'm sorry, it could be Bulldog colors.
Roll Tiger Bulldogs. That's what you got to say.
Roll Tiger Bulldogs.
You got to get them all in there.
Hey, I tell you what, Georgia looked good last week. Auburn and Alabama, of course. We're going to see how, as it gets further down the line, we're going to find out.
We ain't going to talk about the Falcons yet because it's just getting started.
Yeah, we got to get to the Super Bowl.
Yep, so we run off. So what about this here? We're going to talk about this.
Well, here we're going to go. We're very proud that Nissan has been here 7 years. We were awarded the Global Award of Excellence. And what that means is it's parts, service, and sales. For us, what it means is we're one of the top 50 rated Nissan stores in the world, James, in volume. And it's a teamwork, the team. It really is for everybody else on here, so we're proud of that.
They said we got to wrap it up. Get off the couch.
And welcome back to Sports Visions, Dale. We are at the office. This is our new spot to tape our show. And, of course, we're at 2979 North Lake Parkway, Suite 800. That's Columbus, Georgia. And if you need the number to call to get directions, the number is 706-221-1822.
All right, big time DJ at the office. If you want to talk football, talk sports with us, come up, join us at the office.
Absolutely. Dale, I tell you what, man, the AP polls this week have some favor on the SEC. Several teams are ranked really high. Of course, Alabama's #1, Georgia's #5, and you talk about Auburn at #12.
Well, that's about right, DJ. Really, it's not where you rank right now. It's really where you're going to be in December.
Absolutely. And let's talk about talking about the Alabama Crimson Tide and what they've been able to do the last week or so. Of course, we know they had a 59-0 spanking on Vanderbilt 2 weeks ago, and again coming back with Ole Miss. Nick Saban's still not satisfied putting up 66 points on Ole Miss.
No, he's still not satisfied, DJ. And again, really, like I say, he's more interested in how many points he's going to score the next game. He plays Texas A&M this week. Really, the blowout game of Ole Miss, that's what he was looking forward to, because really he has dominated Ole Miss in the last few years, when Hugh Freeze was there. So this year he gets to put a whooping on him, 66-3. And he's still not satisfied, so look out, Texas A&M.
Well, when you're the #1 team in the nation and you're the champion and you expect it to win, a coach really has to keep the team focused each and every week. And I think that that's what you're seeing with Nick Saban. Now, not that he's not happy that his team is scoring and dominating on defense, but all in all, I think he's satisfied. I like the growth of Jalen Hurts. And I look for Bama to be there in the end.
I look for him to be there again. I look for another rematch, to be honest with you, today. Clemson against Alabama. Jalen Hurts' piece has been good. Jalen Hurts has been very consistent, and their defense is lights out again, DJ.
All right, let's talk about the number 5 rated team in the country this year, the Georgia Bulldogs. And of course, they were able to do something I don't think people were expecting, but at the same time, they wanted a victory, but I don't think they thought it was going to get a 41-0 shutout.
Well, you know, DJ, everybody had great expectations for the Georgia Bulldogs this year, so they were expected to win, but 41-0, we didn't see that coming at all. But one of the biggest things that I did see from that game was that the maturity of Jake Fromm. I mean, really running for 2 touchdowns and throwing for a touchdown. That is big, but the way he's been able to make something out of nothing has been great for them. And really the defense is playing on all cylinders. The best defense Georgia's played in a long time.
Absolutely. I call it the old junkyard dog defense.
That's
you and
right.
I both played during the era, of course, where defense was the key. And, of course, I love to see these guys playing that way. 10, 11 hats flying to the ball. What a great job when you talk about the coaching staff and buying into the culture.
That's right.
Of course, again, when Coach Kirby Smart mentioned that last year, and he's only been on the job a year and a half. Don't get it twisted. He mentioned changing the culture and getting the kids to buy into physicality and the discipline. And you know what? Each and every week, that's what we're seeing, and that's what we know that is happening with the Georgia Bulldogs.
I mean, that's been big, DJ, and really hats off to Mel Tucker, the defensive coordinator and the DB coach. You can tell these guys are being well coached and well prepared, DJ. They have played the best secondary ball they've played in years. I mean, we're talking 4 or 5 years. They have a good secondary. They break on the ball. They're good tacklers. They got 4 turnovers last week, DJ, and they held a Tennessee team. Total offense was only 142 yards.
Now, Jim Chaney in the offense, of course, everybody knows those running backs, but guess what? Like you said, of course, the young freshman is maturing, and he's doing the right things. He's making the right decisions, but he's got some receivers that are turning it up a little bit. He has a group of tight ends that are some of the best in the conference. But, you know, all in all, I just love the direction of this team. And going up to Nashville to play Vanderbilt is not going to be an easy task, although a lot of folks think that Georgia's going to blow them out.
I don't, you know, one game at a time, and, you know, we have the great respect for Derek Mason and the Vanderbilt Commodores. They snuck into Athens last year, and they beat Georgia, and I'm thinking Kirby got that on their minds this week, and they're going to be really prepared and ready to go, putting the Tennessee game behind them, and they know it's one game at a time. The Vandy game is just as big as any other games have been this year, and they got to win.
All right, let's go over on the Plains where the Auburn Tigers, the number 12th ranked team in the nation, is playing great ball. And, of course, that's due to, in part, not only the great defense that they're playing, but Jarrett Stidham, the starting quarterback, is now starting to mature and develop and be the kind of quarterback that I know Gus Malzahn was looking for.
He's the guy that they've been looking for. Jared had a great game last week, you know, throwing deep passes, 40, 50-yard TD passes. You know, they ran for touchdowns. The Kenyon Johnson piece, man, this guy, what, did they get 3 touchdowns every week or something? But they're getting their stuff together on the offensive side of the ball. Their defense is already good. I mean, they've been lights out on defense, and they continue to get better and better. But I think one of the things, and you got to get off Gus a little bit, man. He's not, you know, continue to win. He's not on the hot seat, DJ. They only lost to Clemson, and Clemson is arguably the number 1 team in the whole country. So Auburn's getting better, man.
Yes, sir, indeed. Of course, a great defense, and you got to give a shout-out to Rodney Gardner over there, one of our good friends who obviously has been there a long time and has that defensive front playing lights out. Last but not least, let's talk a little bit about Georgia Tech and our good friend Taquan Marshall.
Taquan's the man, you know, again, running for a touchdown, passing for a touchdown, had 137 yards rushing, DJ, and I think one of the things that Taquan has done, he makes sure that he's really sure and he's comfortable in the position that he's in. But for Georgia Tech to have the ball 38 minutes, DJ, you're not going to beat Georgia Tech. And if you don't stop that option, if you don't stop Taquan Marshall, you're going to have some problems.
Well, Mark Richt and the Miami Hurricanes are going to be the next opponent for Tech. And I know that Taquan and his development, this is a big game on the schedule. And this is just the next step towards getting Georgia Tech where they want to be.
I think really the running game, the triple option, Georgia Tech is good. I think really they got an off week this week, DJ. Then they come back and play Miami. Then they go play Clemson. It's going to be this second half of the season for Georgia Tech is going to be big. And if they're going to be the team that they think they are going to be, they're going to have to win all these games that's left.
All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our Chick-fil-A picks of the week.
All right. This is our Chick-fil-A picks of the week for this week. Alabama will travel to College Station to play Texas A&M. Auburn will host Ole Miss over at the Plains. Georgia will travel to Nashville to play Vandy. Georgia Tech is off this week. Florida will play LSU. Texas against Kansas State. Michigan State against Michigan. And our tiebreaker this week is Tuskegee versus Morehouse. Don't forget to email your picks to Dale Williams at sportsvisionsusa.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380.
Call now.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come, eat and drink like a boss.
Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
You okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that. Without that cash from Aflac, we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
Aflac!
Attention Columbus, Fort Benning, Phoenix City, and the surrounding areas. Sports Visions Entertainment presents the Party Bus Lifestyle. Take a trip with us. Don't worry about driving. 15, 25, 30 of your sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, family, or friends. Get to travel in luxurious lifestyle, in town or out of town visits. Come travel with us and experience the exclusive luxury Party Bus Lifestyle. Call 706-681-1136 or 706-681-5192. And welcome back. And now it's time for our Atlanta Falcons report. Dale, I tell you, man, this Atlanta Falcons report has been going quite well for us in the past 10 years that we've been doing it. But more importantly, we're looking forward to covering the Falcons on behalf of our viewers in East Alabama and West Central Georgia.
Always, you know, the Atlanta Falcons report been big and been really a statue for our whole template for doing the show, DJ. So, but we tell it like it is.
Absolutely. You know what? The Falcons didn't come up with a victory this week at home in the Dome. Of course, Mercedes-Benz. We're so used to saying the Dome that Mercedes just doesn't come off the tongue like it will be in a few weeks.
That's
but you know what? To be honest with you, in the first 3 games, the Falcons escaped with the victories. And again, they were real close to being 2-3 as opposed to 3-2.
Really, man, it's been very close. You know, they lost last week. They came up a little short, you know, and they almost lost in Detroit. So it's been very hard. You know, the Falcons are not going to slip on anybody this year. I think really one of the biggest reasons that they had problems this Sunday was basically turnovers. You know, they had a lot of turnovers. Matt Ryan, two picks, a strip 6. You can't rebound from all that. And then the injury piece would really kill them. Julio Jones out, hip flexor. Mohamed Sanu, pulled hamstring. Then they already got people hurt. They didn't have enough ammunition, DJ.
I tell you what, the off week didn't come at a better time because, again, when you talk about the injuries that were sustained in that game, to as you mentioned, Julio Jones as well as Sanu, and there's a couple other, of course, Vic Beasley is out on the defensive side, and others. This extra week will give them time to heal, to get back to business, to make the corrections, and really get back to the winning ways of playing football.
They got to do it. They get back to the basics, and I think really all those injuries and all these players being injured, and it comes from really, you know, you gotta get in football shape, DJ. What Coach Casey used to always say, you know, when you're sitting out exhibition games and preseason games, and you're not really getting in game shape, you're sitting out things, and then when you start back, the whole season starts back, DJ. You start taking these licks and hits, and you're not in football shape, those injuries come real quick, man.
And for you folks out there who are wondering who is Coach Casey, he's our old strength coach at the University of Georgia, who was just a tremendous guy who in charge of getting us where we need to be as far as our playing championship ball.
That's right.
But to get back to the Falcons, Dale, and again, having this off week to get themselves healed back up. And, you know, when you talk about really the first part or the first quarter of the NFL season, there's been some surprises because I know that there's been several teams out there that people have expected to be out front that are not, and there's some surprise teams out there that are playing well.
Oh, yeah, man, you got some teams that's playing well, and the team that I've really been watching a lot, DJ, has been the L.A. Rams. The Todd Gurley piece, that piece is big. The Jared Goff piece coming in, him getting settled as being the franchise quarterback. But Todd Gurley is doing this thing with about 121 yards rushing last week against the Cowboys, and he almost had 100 yards receiving. So this guy, they're calling this guy the Jadavian Bell kind of back. You know, Todd has been a baller ever since we've known him, DJ. So I look for greater things from him.
You know, it's funny you mentioned Jadavian Bell, but you know, he had over 140 yards this week and got the rock the way he's supposed to. Of course, you know, there was a lot of people talking in the early goings because he missed a whole lot of training camp as well, and the production just wasn't there. But Le'Veon Bell is back to the guy that we know he can be. And of course, when you talk about the Steelers and all that firepower they have on the outside as well as Bell in the backfield, you know, you got a Pittsburgh Steelers that is going to be a team to reckon with.
That's right. And you know, other team that I've been watching, DJ, is really the Houston Texans. You know, even when they got the Deshaun Watson piece in place, we knew this was the right place for this kid to go. He throws 4 touchdowns and runs for 1 last week. You know, I think really the Houston Texans have something to work with and look out for. And then you got the Kansas City Chiefs.
But, you know, you mentioned the Houston Texans, you know, Deshaun Watson. Now, Dabo Swinney told those folks back before the draft, he said, you know what, if you pass on Deshaun Watson, it's like passing on Michael Jordan. Now, everybody thought that Dabo was crazy, but now they're starting to see what he's talking about. Now, still a lot of football to be played, and I know that Deshaun Watson, what he was able to do last week, producing those touchdowns, he has all the prognosticators, all the football experts now, their eyes are wide open.
You know, DJ, the good thing about the Houston piece is that they always had a defense, but to have that kind of point production and that kind of explosiveness in a player like Deshaun Watson, I see them winning their division.
Absolutely. And again, last but not least, hey, man, we got problems going on with the Vikings right now. Again, when you talk about Dalvin Cook, the #1 draft choice at running back, who obviously had the job. And, of course, when you talk about Adrian Peterson decided to go down to New Orleans, now Dalvin Cook has torn his ACL. He's out for the year, and you have dissatisfied Adrian Peterson sitting down there behind, you know, 2 other running backs that he has to share the ball with. How much of reality is it for Adrian Peterson to go back to the Vikings?
I mean, really, that would be a karma for him to go back to the Vikings. I think the Vikings, that'll make the Vikings complete. But to get another running back in place, why not get a guy that would spend most of his career in Minnesota? He can end his career in Minnesota, and I think that's good.
All right, we are at the office, 2779 North Lake Parkway, Suite 800. If you want to get out here, call 706-221-1822. This is Sports Visions.
Every remaining 2017 Nissan must go at Headquarter Nissan. Over 400 left, and they're all priced to sell. Drive a new Rogue for just $19,800. $19,800. Drive a new Altima for just $17,540. $17,540. That's right, a new Rogue just $19,800. A new Altima just $17,540. And they're all backed by a lifetime warranty. Hurry, because once they're gone, they're gone.
Columbus, it's a Nissan town.
Come on out to the Office Sports Bar and Grill. Whether meeting up with friends, colleagues, or family, you will feel right at home. We have live music from local artists, happy hour from 4 to 6 daily, and outstanding daily specials. The Office Sports Bar and Grill is not your typical sports bar. Come eat and drink like a boss.
Hello, everybody. I'm DJ Jones. You might know me from my athletic career at Carver High School, University of Georgia, or my sports broadcasting career. I know a lot of people, but when it comes to an attorney I trust, I call Forrest B. Johnson.
I'm Forrest Johnson of Forrest B. Johnson and Associates. And I want to let you know how proud we are to be a part of your community, a part of the Columbus community and the Phoenix, Alabama community. Consider us first. When you or any member of your family has been involved in an automobile accident, remember, car wreck, get a check.
Call now, 706-223-5380.
Call now.
Are you okay?
What happened?
Dad kind of walked into my swing.
Don't you mean Dad kind of ruined our Hawaii fund?
I should go to the hospital.
There goes the airfare. I don't think health insurance will cover all of that. Without that cash from Aflac, we might have to choose between Hawaii or your face.
Hawaii.
What?
Oh, Hawaii.
You might have less coverage than you think. Visit Aflac.com and keep your lifestyle healthy.
Aflac!
And welcome back to today's final segment of Sports Vision, Dale. Just an outstanding week of sports and a weekend to come. And I know that when we talk about, what's going on in the Chattahoochee Valley regarding high school football, Central is the standout. However, there's a number of other schools that are doing well this year.
They're doing well, from the north side to, the Brookstones, all around the Chattahoochee Valley. We got good teams, Troopers doing a good job this year, so it's a lot of teams around here, and all of them get invites to our big-time banquet.
Absolutely. And then again, when you talk about the SEC and the HBCUs, again, it's Tuskegee Morehouse weekend, and I know that the town is going to be on fire. Again, all the alumni and students are in town. And again, the economic impact of Columbus based on this game alone has been around for a long, long time.
Long time, DJ. The economic impact has always been big and always been centered around the Tuskegee Morehouse for years. So, again, it is football season in this town, and what would we do without football?
Big shout out to Lisa Goodwin and, of course, Doug Troutman. I know that we've had the opportunity to interview them on Bounce Around Columbus, of course,
right.
Another show that we do. And, again, they have a tremendous staff, and they've done a wonderful job of putting this classic on.
Really, man, they keep this thing going. They keep it afloat for years. They've been doing great things, and really the Tuskegee Morehouse, the 82nd Tuskegee Morehouse is the oldest classic there is in the HBCU.
Absolutely. And talking about our Atlanta Falcons, man, this is a week we needed to have off because we got to lick our wounds, we got to get healthy and get back to the winning ways of playing football.
They got to get everybody well, get everybody back in shape. I think really they'll rebound when they come back to play against Miami on October 15th at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. I think they'll do good, but really it's a lot of teams to watch, and we got to watch that NFC South division because the Buccaneers are playing well. The Panthers are coming off a great victory against the New England Patriots, and the New Orleans Saints, they're going to be the New Orleans Saints.
Absolutely. Dale, you made mention of it earlier, but I want to remind you once again, our 10th anniversary. This is the 10th annual Columbus Valley Area High School Football Awards Luncheon, of course, and we'll have it on Wednesday, December the 13th. At 11:30 at St. Luke Ministry Center. And again, this is one that you don't want to miss. Make sure that you save the date. Go ahead and give us a call now because we expect the room to be sold out, about 500 or so, Dale.
That's right.
And it's always been that way because we went from, Kevin Butler 10 years ago to, of course, our featured speaker this year, Dabo Sweetie.
It's going to be a big time, DJ. We're going to try to sell it out again at 500-plus people there. Again, St. Luke does a great job at their ministry center. Great food. Great players are there, great networking opportunity, and for the kids out there, continue to play so you can make sure you get an invitation to our awards luncheon.
And this is our opportunity to honor over 60 of the top high school area football players in East Alabama, West Central Georgia, and 25 of the head coaches. So it's a wonderful opportunity for us to do that, and we appreciate that, and we just know that we look forward to that, so you make plans to be there. Well, tell you what, Dale. That's going to do it for all the time we have for today's show. For Dale Williams, I'm DJ Jones, reminding you to keep your eye on the ball.
Be sure to check out our Facebook page, Sports Visions TV Show, or our website, www.sportsvisionsusa.com.